We've just walked through the various steps of creating an animation in Revit using the walkthrough command. In the project browser, here is walkthrough number 2, which is this view currently that's open on the screen here. I'm going to click in the white area here and type ZA to maximize all my views. And next, we're going to actually adjust the camera per keyframe in terms of what it is that the viewer is looking at while they're navigating between each keyframe during the course of this animation. So with this walkthrough view here open and this crop region activated, I'm going to hit Edit Walkthrough here and navigate to the very first keyframe, which is number 1. And the idea here is to have the camera point in the direction that you want the viewer to look. In this case, it's looking straight downhill here, and there's a lot of white space here, and I'd rather look toward the building itself. So in the plan view here, with the options here set to active camera, you'll notice that the camera is positioned here and the target is positioned there to the left. So to move the camera and change its position, you simply click on the target and drag it toward what it is you want to see. In this case, I'm dragging it toward the building itself. In the elevation view here, I can actually see that this camera is looking downhill, and because of that, it's creating a 3D perspective here, a 3-point perspective, where the walls are sort of descending down toward a vanishing point beneath you. And I'd like to actually have these walls straightened out. To do that, you take the target in the elevation view and make it even with the camera, and that'd make a perfect 2-point perspective and diminish its effect of these walls that are angled downward. So I'm going to grab this target here and move it straight up, and that fixes the perspective. Now, if I pulled it up further, I now am looking up toward the building, and it does the same thing in reverse. It's having all the walls here sort of tapering toward the vanishing point above me. But in this example, I'm actually going to look straight ahead. I'm going to move the target down some. And then with that being said, in the Modify Cameras tab here, I'm going to choose Edit Walkthrough and adjust the next keyframe. I'm going to use the next keyframe button here. Next keyframe. I'm now at this position. And again, I'm looking toward the landscape and beyond and not toward my building. So in this case, again, in the plan view, I'd like to take my target and perhaps look toward the next location where I'm heading, which is I want to look toward that pergola there and where this person is standing. Using the next keyframe button again, I'm at the next keyframe here. I'm looking toward this pergola here, but in fact, I'd rather look toward the building where this person is standing. So I'm going to grab the target and I'm going to move it to favor the courtyard here. Using the next keyframe here, I'm actually looking straight ahead, and this is a pretty good view. Using next keyframe again with active camera set up. Next keyframe is at 260. I'm at the bottom of the stairs. I'm looking toward this person again, directly in front of me. I could take that target in plan view and pull it over to the right a hair to see more of this lower level courtyard. I use the next frame again. I'm behind my little placeholder, which ultimately will be removed from the animations. So don't worry about this person being in your line of sight. Currently, I believe this camera is a little bit high. So to adjust the camera's height, I would first type ZA to maximize all the views. I'd zoom into the camera, which is positioned close to the center of this person's head here. And to move the camera physical position, I would have to change the options here to path, where the path now is activated. I pull that down some, which ultimately lowers my camera for the previous keyframe and for the current keyframe slightly. And then back to my active view here, active camera, which is this guy here. The red dot is the target, is what I'm looking at here, looking sort of a little bit down toward the interiors. And hit next keyframe under Edit Walkthrough. I'm at the final keyframe of 300. I'm looking toward the interiors of this space. I'm actually going to take that target in plan view and I'll move it out a little bit upwards to look into this doorway more dead on. Be careful not to hit the background. I'm hitting no here. Be careful, keep your mouse on top of that target. I made a little adjustment here to look toward the interior. I'm about to walk through these doors as the next step in the process. We've now adjusted the cameras and the targets. Clicking the background here and typing ZA. Well, first you edit, you quit the edit. You type ZA to get out. And I'm back to my 3 views that I used to edit the animation. We only have a few steps left.